Head on over to our affiliates at inkgaming.com to pick up playmats, deck boxes, sleeves, anything that you need to get your game night going. Maybe even get yourself a custom playmat. Check out the link in the description below.
Oh, yeah. And that damage is doubled thanks to the furnace's main effect.
Oh, so
good
it's
point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fun.
I feel like Dan's gonna crack back on me.
He could.
He could, definitely, but I do.
One more damage. We might be tied.
Do it.
I'm gonna play
Do
planes.
It's a spell attached to the wizard.
Yeah.
A sorcery, if you will. He's a wizard, Dan.
He's a wizard and he knows one spell.
He's a wizard, Steven.
Like me when I have a lighter. Fireball.
Might as well try to roll. That's why we're here.
Hey!
Just a land drop?
Yeah, and so this stays out, but we get another plane as well.
Okay.
Well, no, only when you chaos.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Unfortunately, it won't really
Gotcha.
do anything unless you chaos. So
Yeah,
it'll-
so
It'll
chaos,
be chaos
adds another plane card.
Yeah,
And all the chaos happens.
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
pretty nuts.
Alright.
Oh wait, I get to roll one more die. So I guess I'll use the.
Oh, and you get to ignore one.
Yeah.
Which one are you ignoring? You didn't answer.
All right, let's roll.
8.
11.
7.
You had 6.
Oh. I thought it was a 9.
Nope.
In which case
One
I
of
still
those numbers,
lose.
yes.
I guess I go first.
Alright.
Yeah, we get to start on Ken's plane.
Wait, high number goes first?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you won.
Oh, great. We'll start on Stronghold Furnace. All right, so we're playing the plane chase again, but this time we're doing it with the new decks from March of the Machines. If you've seen our other planes chase episode,
April.
Yeah, April the Machine.
we'll be rolling the planar dice, and this time we're starting on Stronghold Furnace on Wrath. If a source would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Chaos or Rickroll. Stronghold Furnace deals 1 damage to any target.
Big damage.
Big damage.
Anybody can roll that, yes?
I
What's your command guard do?
guess I should draw my cards and then let's read
I hope you don't have to.
my commander. I'm playing Gimbal, Gremlin Prodigy. He's a Gremlin Artificer. Artifact creatures you control have trample. At the beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 red Gremlin artifact creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named artifact tokens you control. He's a 4/4.
Alright, I'll be playing black and white, the only dual color out of all our commanders today. It's Brimaz, Blade of Rescos. And it is, whenever I cast a Phyrexian creature or artifact creature spell, I incubate X, which is a new mechanic, where X is that spell's mana value, and that is create an incubator token with X 1/1 counters on it, and then I pay 2 to transform this artifact. It transforms into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature, so whatever the counters are as to how big the creature is. At the beginning of each end step, if a Phyrexian died under my control this turn, I proliferate, so that's anybody's turn, which
Proliferation
is pretty
return.
neat, so...
All right.
Alright, and I'm running Kasla, the Broken Halo. Let's see. Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's colors. Flying, Vigilance, Haste. Whenever you cast another spell that has Convoke, scry 2, then draw a card.
Kind of glad they brought that back in this set.
Yeah, Convoke is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The support in the actual set
Yes.
is pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool mechanic to bring back. And this one, old mechanic that just got a new name. I'm playing Bright Palm, Soul Awakener. 4/3 Fox Shaman with backup 1. So when this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. Whenever this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. That creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. So Bright Palm has that ability, and if it backs up another creature, that creature will also get that ability until the end of the turn.
So on
which
the
is pretty
new
neat.
backup mechanic, you could do it to the creature that has it.
Yes.
So it's not just any creature, any other creature. It could be the one that's coming out as well, right?
On target. Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you have the choice of.
What was backup originally?
Backup's more of a new twist on an old
Yeah.
mechanic of just creature enters play, put a +1/+1 counter
Support.
on a creature.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Support,
support.
kind of is.
Supporter,
But
bolster.
that I think was any other creature as well.
All right.
Yeah,
We ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. I'm going to kick us off by drawing. I'm going to play a forest, and nothing else I can do, so I will roll the planar dice because I don't feel like getting
you don't have your
damage.
stronghold?
Nothing. All right. Pass.
Okay. I'm gonna draw for turn.
Guess all the hasty 1-drops are going to come for you, Ken.
Yeah.
I'll play Temple of Silence tapped, and I will scry one. I probably should keep that there. Yeah, no 1-drops. I will also roll a planar dice. So what do I get if I get one of your things?
If you rickroll, you do 1 damage to any target.
1 damage to Ken.
Oh.
Yeah. And that damage is doubled thanks to the furnace's main effect.
Oh, so it's
Good
2.
point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fun.
Thanks.
Hey, it's your plane. Yeah, that's all I can do. Go ahead.
Mr. Reminder text over here.
Well, it's upside down, so that helps.
Yeah.
I will play a Prairie Stream tapped. And I too will roll. Oh. Chris, I guess.
Aww.
Oh, it'd have been funnier if you would have hit Ken.
It would have, but I figure it's a little early to be ganging up on somebody.
Not cool.
Hey, we don't know what these decks can do.
Good
Could be
point.
something pretty BA comes out here in another turn or two.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. I liked Vince's play so much, I'll do it myself with Temple of Plenty.
Always a good
Scrying
turn one
one.
play.
I need that. Not at this time. I'm going to scry that to the bottom. And then I'll see if I can shock Dan by rolling the planar die.
How cool.
I'm the only one with an untapped mana, and I should.
What does that count
Yeah,
as?
it doesn't. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, there we go. It was blank.
That was.
Go ahead,
I
kid.
think yours is the only one that's
to
got
me.
like the stars and
Draw.
like constellations. Or
It's
whatever.
very my dice is very sparkly.
Yeah, everyone's kind of like flat.
Play an island for turn. Then I'm gonna roll the planar dice. I'll pay a mana. Do it again. Vince too.
Yeah, you ding dong.
Revenge.
This is all we're gonna do all game
this
is
is gonna
do
be a fast
this.
None of us are gonna actually play anything.
Every turn, 2 damage.
I'm gonna save all my mana to roll.
I'm going to draw a lightning bolt here real quick.
Pass the turn.
Untap. I will draw. Oh yeah, I kind of knew that was coming. All right, I'm gonna play a Spire of Industry, I suppose.
Good card.
How industrious of you.
I will roll the dice. Hey,
Hey,
somewhere new.
Mine goes to the bottom.
Somewhere new. We are going into the Undercity Reaches of Old New York. No, I'm kidding.
Where is it?
Undercity Reaches. It's Ravnica.
Oh, Ravnica.
Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card.
Wow. I wish I had a creature out.
Seems. Whenever chaos ensues, you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. I don't have a play, so I'm going to tap one. I'm tapping for the colorless. I don't pay a life. See if I can roll it.
Nope. Close.
Nope-sies. And I will pass to you, Dan.
All right. I will play a mountain.
Now, if you chaos roll, you have to do the damage to yourself. It's not kidding.
I will tap 2 for Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive.
Oh, he's got the creature out.
Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less cannot be blocked.
Oh, my goodness.
And Heart of the Cards here. Nope.
Also pretty close to getting that infinite hand size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all set there, Dan.
Yep.
All right.
If it don't
Draw
switch,
for
you're going to
turn.
get the benefit from this next turn.
Potentially.
Helpful.
I mean, it can't be blocked, so you're going to...
All right. I'll play Fury Calm Snarl and reveal planes in my hand, so it doesn't have to come into play tapped. But not much else doing other than trying to roll this plane or not.
No, maximum hand size for Chris.
Yay! I'll take that.
Except for the rest of the game.
Now, I think we'll remember, but if we don't, just mark it somehow? Or,
Sure.
Or I don't know, so you don't forget. I mean,
That's a good point.
if a game goes a little while, we might forget that that's a thing. Once this goes away.
Your dairy dollars.
Yeah, my dairy dollars prove that
2%.
I've paid for this maximum hand size.
Wow.
Well, might as well try to roll again. Maybe get something.
Double
else
maximum,
cool.
no.
Yeah, that was even more dairy dollars.
Double infinite.
Go ahead. Dan.
All right, untap. I'll play an island. Then I will pay 3. I'll play a tireless tracker. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, investigate, which is create a clue token. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 counter on tireless tracker.
I see what he's about to do.
Well, I'll just give it a roll. Hopefully,
you don't-
hopefully I'll get no maximum hand size.
I mean,
Or
if I had
not.
a lot of card draw, that might be useful. Usually I end up with no maximum hand size, and my
You
hand
got
size
blue,
never
there's
exceeds
probably
like 5.
some
Yeah.
card draw in there.
Some. Yeah.
He even gives it, or she gives it to you.
No.
All right, pass.
Alright, untap and draw. Alright, let's see here. Yay, no maximum slam flies.
You get a dairy dollar.
Darn
Dairy
straight.
dollar.
Alright, so on that note, I will tap black, other, and I will cast Knight's Whisper. And I will draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
Huh.
Yay, now I don't have to discard a thing, because I got no
Wish we were on that last
maximum.
plane. Draw 2 cards, lose 4 life.
Yeah.
No, the
Three.
only double damage, not life loss.
Double your
Oh.
damage. Alright, I'm gonna play Command Tower for my land for turn.
Ooh.
And then...
A commanding position.
Yeah. Play the land.
I know, I'm just trying to think if
It's
I should
obvious
roll
what you
again.
need to do.
I'll tap and roll again. See if I can go somewhere. Nope.
Nope, you're staying right here.
I have another play, so... Go ahead, Dan.
It's fair.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, I don't have to discard.
I will play a planes.
That's why I didn't cast that last turn, because I was afraid to discard.
Then...
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh
I
boy.
need
I need you now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you got 2 people without blockers. I have a
He
blocker.
can't, you
He's
can't-
unblockable.
it's
Oh, he's unblockable, so it don't matter. Okay,
Yeah.
ignore me.
Vince,
Is there?
take 1.
Pink.
And I get to draw a card.
Yepers.
Now, let's see if I can get an infinite hand size. No.
Did you get rejected me? No, I'm kidding. Uh-oh. It's coming.
Try it again.
No.
He wants
Oh,
it
he
bad.
gets one more
He
time.
wants it bad, folks. 3rd time's a charm.
No.
No.
Alright.
Dice Tower.
Not again.
Where are we going to have room for all this stuff?
That's a good point.
Alright, draw for turn.
Get the 8-foot one, dude.
We should get like a large contraption. You know, you have to crank it, and it looks like a giant 6-sided die up and rolls it down.
Oh, a giant, what do they call those? Ruth Ginsburg machines?
No.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg machine. What do they call
Oh my
those?
gosh.
Rube Goldberg.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I think he was a baseball player in the 40s.
The Rube.
Breakfast machine. Yeah.
What'd you play?
Play the planes, and I'm going to play Abs
crank
and
it.
Falconer.
Brings
Oh,
the
okay.
die up to the top of the tower and then just drops it. You know, just something absurdly oversized. That's all I'm looking for.
So that gives
I'm a
you.
simple man.
Each creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. Also has
Ooh.
Outlast.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's
Pretty
card.
good.
Ooh.
Yep. In the meantime,
Cancel it.
nope. Go ahead, Ken.
Alright, untap. Drew.
Why would you cancel my Abzan Falconer? Did he say he
I don't
doesn't
know
like
if
birds
I have
on
any
the
flying in
social
this
medias?
deck, so I just prefer not to. I'm already worried about him having flying. Kind of don't want two people having flying. If
Too
that-
bad.
In case that ends up being the downfall later for me. Cats on the ground, cats on the ground.
It's hard to fall when you're flying.
Whose turn is it?
It's Ken's.
Still Ken's.
I'll pay 3 and I'll play Master of Ethereum.
Ooh, artifact.
Its power and toughness are equal to the number of artifacts you control. He is an artifact creature, so he is a 1/1. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+1.
Good thing it's for each artifact and not each other artifact.
Well, Dan didn't attack you last turn, so clearly you should attack
He
him.
needs to join us at a lower life total, so
I am unsurprised.
I will attack you
Me
for
too.
3 with my Tireless Charter, which wore me out.
Draw a card.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Okay. Pass the turn.
Alright.
Oh wait.
You don't want to
Sorry. Let me roll and then I'll pass the turn.
Alright.
Sorry about that.
No
Never mind.
luck.
In the end.
Alright.
Pass.
Untap,
Nobody
untap,
plays.
untap,
Yep.
and draw. Let's see here. I will play Swamp. Excuse me. And I will pay 4 white, black. And I will cast my card. So Brimaz, and whenever I cast a Phyrexian creature or artifact spell, incubate X. And then at the beginning of each end step, if a Phyrexian died, I get to proliferate.
Proliferate.
I don't really have much else I can do. I should probably just roll once, just cause. Get a free one, so why not? Yeah, that's all I can do. So, go ahead. About to.
This episode's been sponsored by water.
It's been sponsored by the letter W.
Drink
Everyone needs it.
responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Drink water.
Responsibly?
What's responsibly? Drink water. I feel like Dan's gonna crack back on me.
We could.
He could, definitely, but I do
one more damage. We might be tied.
Do
I'm gonna play
Do
planes.
I'm scared now.
That's a mountain, Dan.
Yeah,
Is it the mountain plains?
yeah.
It's a plain mountain.
There we
You
go.
can't get your audio fixed. It's clearly I said mountain and somehow it came out as plane. Something's out of sync again.
Isn't the sink downstairs?
Yes. 3, 4. Nesting Dovehawk. Flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, populate. Create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Nesting Dovehawk. Ken, I'm gonna poke you for 1.
Yep. Hey, we match.
And
Draw that card.
Good point. I better do that before I roll.
You better do that before you roll.
I better do that before I roll.
No,
Yes!
that's
No.
non-size for Dan.
Even Dan.
Can't
Well,
believe we're
Dan,
going to be on this for 2 full
It's unfortunate. I believe we're out of didgeridoo dollars.
That's fine.
But you can have
Can I
these
get the
cool
tools?
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Everyone
Put
else
that
is
where they belong. All right. That exceeds my abilities for this turn.
All right.
Sunglasses,
Untap.
whenever he
Draw.
wants.
Ooh, that's a cool card.
Is it,
What is
Chris?
It could be.
Did you expect to see it this turn?
Could be anything.
Not at all. I never expect anything to happen. Play this Exotic Orchard, then I will cast Bright Palm Soul Awakener.
Oh boy, I gotta catch up.
Alright, I'll give the +1/+1 counter to Abzan Falconer. So now Abzan Falconer has flying, and whenever this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters in target creature. That creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less.
Dang it,
this
you guys
turn.
with unblockable stuff. What the?
Buckets. Well, since I have flying, I might as well poke at Dan.
Who has flying?
Yes, but your creature's power 2 or less, and Abzan Falconer cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn.
So 3?
Yep.
Draw a card.
Yeah. Neat.
Man, this thing is doing work for everybody.
It's a pretty good
Everybody
plan.
else.
It hasn't done anything for me. I
You got no maximum hand size.
Yeah, but I haven't
Chris
drawn
rolls
any
us off
cards
this
from
plane
it.
before Ken can take advantage of it.
I'd rather have the draw.
I'll give it a chance.
Aw.
Ken gets a chance.
I get a chance.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
Ken uses all his mana this turn just to roll die.
I'm going to use all my mana, and I'm going to cast a Replicating Ring. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on Replicating Ring. Then, if it has 8 or more counters on it, remove all of them and create 8 colorless snow artifact tokens named Replicating Rings. With tap, add 1 mana of any color.
That's pretty cool. And you know what else, Ken? I forgot to double my counter on my Abzan Falconer, so Dan,
For
take
what?
1 more damage. We're focused on the back half of the ability. We forgot about the front half, where whenever this creature
What do you mean,
attacks,
we?
doubles the number of +1 counters on target creature.
You, not we.
Well, you know, we're all here.
I heard it. I just
Trying to
wanted
blame
remind
us
you.
all for
Yeah, I
your
know, you
mistake.
Using this to mark.
I was unsure if it was like a double strike thing, but it's only doubling the counter.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Doubling the counter is still pretty
Oh
strong.
yeah, it is.
I'm using this to mark that he's
You could say it's exponential.
Yes.
a 2/2 because he has power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control.
Yeah.
Let me put this on top of my deck and then this on. That's the beginning of my upkeep.
Yes. So it starts with no.
So
count.
let's try to get that no maximum hand size.
Here it comes.
Of course not.
Ken, do you need to
Bonkers.
draw some cards?
Yeah. 1, 2.
I mean, I'll let you poke me for 2. if
No,
you
I
want
have
to
7
draw
cards in
a
my
card.
hand. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Because I can't seem to get the maximum hand size thing, so I'm just gonna have to pass.
Okay.
Alright, I'm tapping. And
He's
draw.
slapping it.
It's the no Ken club.
Yes. That's how it went all through school.
I'll play Tainted Field as my land for turn. And I do control
have a lot of Kens
swamp,
at
so
your
I
school.
can activate
They
it.
had to have a club that's like no Kens.
Just
It's the no
one other.
Homers club. We're allowed to have one.
Ah.
What'd you do? Sorry.
Tainted Field, and because I have a swamp, I can
You
activate
got that
Tainted
it. I
Field.
think the best thing to
He's got
do
that.
is to pay 3
Scurry?
for Shimmermer.
Shimmer.
Shimmermer is a 2/2 with flash, even though I casted him without the flash.
Schwimmer.
And I can cast artifact spells, although they had flash, which is the more important part.
Oh, it's almost a Patel Canary.
I did cast an artifact creature spell, though, so I get to incubate X, where X is the spell's mana value. So those should be in here.
Double-sided tokens, pretty cool.
The other side of the Mer.
They're like aliens.
Double-sided cards in general are pretty cool.
So this is going to be a 2?
It's pretty good.
If I can find it. Because it is on here, right? Alright.
No.
So it's 2.
No, it specifically.
Incubate. Incubate
Sabotage.
X, where X is create an incubator token with X11 counters on it, so it's 2 because it's 2. Or no,
X
No,
is
the
equal
mana
to-
value.
mana value,
So
so
it'd be
it's
3.
3, which is
Now you have to find a 3 on there.
Good luck.
even better.
I removed.
I feel like
It's been erased.
I'm gonna get a smaller dice. And then I get to pay 2 to transform it into a Phyrexian creature, if and when I so choose, which would be a 3/3 Phyrexian creature.
Candy.
I can do that anytime I want, just so you know.
Anytime.
Even
Even
now,
tomorrow.
but not quite. All right, who's got things and stuff? Everybody.
I have 2 creatures.
I like to draw cards.
Well, how big is Brimaz?
3/4.
Okay.
How big is your thing? Bigger?
4/3.
And your stuff is bigger?
So you're
I
saying
got
it would
3/2
trade.
and a
Yep.
1. 2/2.
Precisely.
Wow, Dan was winning. Now he looks picked on. I will.
I was winning.
You were at 40 for a while. So,
Well,
yes.
it's good.
I will try to attack Ken for 3 with my commander.
Oh yeah.
It's still early. I'll take 3. 1, 2, 3. Grab me one of them schnazzy dice.
3 commander.
3 commanders.
And then I will draw a card because we're still in the Undercity Reaches somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's a game of intrigue, Vince.
how much was that? 3 damage?
3.
I'm sure there's a 3 on this test.
And then I'm going to. It's a,
Man, if only they had.
oh, you got the
ones
same
that,
blue
like,
dice as I got.
Had all the numbers in order, and they could call it like
Roll.
a spin down or something.
Sorry, Ken. So this just goes to the bottom.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. And then whoever rolled it gets the room.
Next.
Oh, you!
Phenomenons.
Na-na-na-na.
Spatial merging. Spatial merging. When you encounter spatial merging, reveal cards from the top of your planar deck until you reveal 2 plane cards.
Oh.
Simultaneously planeswalk to both of them. Put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your planar deck in any order.
Wow.
Okay.
So Lorwyn and Ikoria.
So,
So these both stay up?
Yeah, we're at both.
when you play with like last time we played and we had the bigger deck, if you would have hit another phenomenon, you ignore the phenomenon
You're right.
until you find another.
Alright, so the first one here is each creature assigns combat damage with toughness rather than power.
Butt
Would have
damage.
came in handy a little bit ago. And the chaos roll is creatures I control get +0, +2, and trample till end of turn, which goes with that. Great Force, you know that one.
It's alright.
And then Ketria is whenever I planeswalk to Ketria or at the beginning of my upkeep, put my choice of Vigilance, Menace, Trample on target creature I control. Counter. Whenever you chaos roll, exile cards from the top of the library until you exile a non-land permanent, put it on the battlefield or into your hand. Boy, do I really feel like doing that, but I don't think I will. Let's see, do I want Vigilance, Menace, or Trample on one of my creatures?
Your commander with vigilance would be.
Each one
great.
has a
too
33
late.
and a
It's already
30%
tapped.
chance of being chosen.
Oh,
Still gets
it
it.
has to be on 10.
No.
Oh,
Just says it says when you planeswalk or at the beginning of your upkeep, your choice.
Oh, I thought it was until end of turn.
Nope, it's permanent. So
Like
I
the
will do
marker.
Vigilance. And I will put Vigilance on my commander.
looks like you're just pointing at yourself from my point of view.
It's gonna be funny when he untaps Brimaz and it's not a V anymore.
It's an A with a.
And then I'll move to my end step. And no Phyrexians have died in the making of this video, so I don't get to proliferate. And I pass.
Alright. Untap.
Okay, so
Gerard.
at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to put your choice of Vigilance, Menace, or Trample counter on target creature you control.
Why do I feel like that's going to be
Vigilance.
before it gets to me?
Because I am going to roll to try to get away from that.
Well, you might want a Chaos roll. Now, if someone Chaos rolls, do they get to choose which one of these they pick?
I
Or
think
do they get both?
It says whenever a chaos roll, whenever chaos
Yes,
happens.
you get both.
So I would argue
Yeah.
both.
Because you do want this one probably more than that one. That's till end of turn. This, you literally get something to play.
Mm-hmm.
Exile cards, choose one, put it into play. I mean, it's pretty good.
But
I should have did it, but I wanted my mana.
let's see. We no longer get stuff from things hitting people.
Nopes and Would you use Vigilance?
I mean, the potential to win is what you get for hitting people now.
Yeah, but it's just a question of ordering things. Do I want to attack, then do that, or do I want to do that, then attack? Do I want to...
Do you want expedited shipping?
Order
or,
a pizza.
You know, regular, standard
Just
shipping?
remember to tip. Tip your drivers, people.
So...
Okay, come on.
Alright, I think
feel like
it
there's a
makes
lot
most
going
sense
on
for
for
me to
turn 5.
roll, attack, and then play a spell. So that's what we will do.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Planes. We're going away from those two. Let's see what we get.
That was right.
What I tell you?
Well,
They didn't last long at all, and these were good. The one was a good one, too.
we have arrived at Stenzia, a plane of Innistrad. Whenever a creature deals damage to one or more players for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever
that
chaos
helps you.
ensues, each creature you control gains tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker until end of turn.
Okay.
Alright. Who's winning? Chris is winning. Chris,
Yes.
can you block flying at the moment?
Currently, no.
Then you will take 2. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll take
2 in the air, and then it
gets
gets a
bigger.
1/1 counter. Alright.
Nice.
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh.
Wildfire Awakener for 4.
Wait,
It has Convoke.
Oh, okay. All right, I was confused for a second.
When it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 red elemental creature tokens. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to target player.
Oh,
I get it.
On top
I
of
see.
that, whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Nesting Dovehawk.
Ooh, so you
Wow.
get 5.
So he
Yeah,
is up
you
to
go up to
5.
yeah.
Wow. It's impressive.
Guess I didn't pay attention to the new elementals for
do,
red.
do.
Usually they're, exile them. They have haste. Exile them at the beginning of your, That's
Yeah.
like that's what I expected them to be, and it's like, what? They do something different now? I don't like it.
No, sir, I don't like it. Mr. Horse.
Because that means they stick around. I'm not used to that.
It's kind of weird.
Alright, let me think here.
Do they have haste? No, they don't have haste. Okay, that's good news.
They do not.
For some.
Alright, I think I will in fact end my turn.
You cast that? For some reason, I thought it was like a sorcery.
Yeah, it does look like
No,
a
it does.
sorcery.
It does seem very sorcerish-ish,
It's got X and it's smashing.
but it's a wizard, so he casts a spell.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's.
it's a spell attached to the wizard.
Yeah,
A sorcery, if you will.
He's a wizard? Damn.
he's a wizard and he knows 1 spell,
He's a wizard, Steven.
like me when I have a lighter. Fireball.
Fire. Okay, what do I want to do here?
Like when we were shooting off fireworks down in Cambridge.
We gotta get more Roman candles next time.
That's true.
Yeah, I want to get those Whistler ones. I think I found some at home. I just can't wait to do it and not clean up.
Shoot them across the street. Never have to worry about it.
I know. It's just, it's fun. And then the next day you're like, oh. Red stick, red stick, red stick, red stick.
Hey, Chris.
Yep. I'll play Gavoni Township. It's a-
Gavany.
Gavany. Tap for a colorless, or I can pay 2 green, white, tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control.
That's a good one. Gosh, it falls in line with what he's doing.
Not a bad idea. Sure, why not? There's other things I could be doing too. So instead of that, I will actually cast Elite Scale Guard.
So we'll lead about him.
The limited nightmare from Dragons of Tarkir. When he enters the battlefield, bolster 2. So I choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures I control and put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So he and Bright Palm are tied, so I'll choose Bright Palm.
So Bright Palm is just amplifying all the old text.
Yeah.
Potentially.
It's that is sick.
Yeah. And whenever a creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls.
He's like, bolster, outlast. Is Bushido coming too?
Well, Bushido never gave counters.
How about Rampage?
Yeah, because Rampage makes total sense.
No, you're right. I'm just trying to think of other old terms
No,
that,
that's
that
good.
your
Good
commander is
point.
totally...
Banding. Does it do banding?
Does it do
Like that legendary land that bans creatures. It's like,
All right,
I have it too.
I'll go to combat. What do I want to do here?
That's your
I
turn.
fly, so it's like, I guess I
Yeah.
could leave things and people open to interpretation. So I will attack. All right, I'll attack Vince with Abzad Falconer.
How big?
And then, for right now, it's a 4/3, but that could change any second. Then I'll attack Dan with Bright Palm. And I'll be tapping the mirror, Shimmer Mirror, and I'll tap your Wildfire Awakener, Dan. And then I will double the number +1/+1 counters on target creature. So I'll actually double Bright Palm. Alright, so Dan, so you're getting 4 commander in the air, and Vince, you're 4 regular in the air.
Wait, that's 4 on top of the 4? So that's
No,
8?
It's a 2/2 plus 2.
Yeah, so this is 4 to me.
Yes,
but
this is
that
8 to Dan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I have to take 4 because I don't have flying, so...
But it doesn't fly, correct?
They both fly.
Oh, it does.
Yes, because
Damn.
each creature with
Oh,
a
that's cool.
+1/+1
Yeah,
counter
yeah,
has
yeah.
flying.
He's the problem.
I have big monsters. Fear me.
Well, I guess I have no choice.
That's stinks.
Wow.
All right,
Don't have to mark
and
that
they,
commander damage.
Oh yeah.
and they'll each get an additional counter thanks to being the plane of Stenzia,
I don't like that.
or the yeah.
It's only turn 5.
Might as well try to roll. That's why we're here.
Hey!
Just a land drop?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's
All right,
poopy.
so we're planeswalking away from Stenzia and ending up on Riptide Island. It's on the
I've
plane
been
of
there. It's a nice water
Dominaria.
park.
When you planeswalk to Riptide Island and at the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 1/1 colorless sliver creature tokens.
So you'll get them and you'll get them.
Whenever chaos ensues, slivers you control gain haste and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of slivers you control.
Well, I'm glad you got that haste after you attacked.
Yes.
Well,
Well, I didn't get that haste at all.
there's a Riptide. It's the one for wizards or whatever they do.
Yeah, Riptide Laboratory.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's what that is, Riptide Island.
Alrighty, with
Everybody
that,
there has a
Ken,
six-pack.
go ahead.
Yeah, it's all that big water slide.
Yeah. Everyone's got a 6-pack.
Come on, Riptide Falls.
Trigger at the beginning of my upkeep, put a night counter on replicating ring, so it gets 1. I'll draw.
It's been a long night.
7 more turns.
Oh yeah.
Unless you have a way to proliferate. I do. Be nice to me.
I'm gonna put a group hug out, so I'm gonna tap this for red, and then 2 other, and I'm gonna put out Pain Distributor. Menace. He's a devil citizen. Whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, they create a treasure token. Huh?
Oh.
Hugs. And whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, Pain Distributor deals 1 damage to that player.
Whenever what?
Say the second part again, I'm sorry.
Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, Pain Distributor deals 1 damage to
Does
that
treasures
player.
go to the graveyard?
Yes, everything goes to the
Oh,
graveyard.
so you're getting something out of it.
Yes.
I'm not getting it.
It's still worth it.
He's giving us land, but if we use it, we have
Yes.
to pay a life to use it.
Pain Distributor.
No, it's kind of still worth it though.
Also,
it's-
Ken, do you get some
Mana
slivers?
is worth life.
Yeah.
I don't know, do I?
I don't know, does he?
I don't
Whenever you planeswalk to it.
And at the beginning of your upkeep.
And beginning of your
Yeah.
upkeep.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, you get 2 1/1 colorless sliver tokens.
And
How can they be
nothing.
colorless if they're silver?
Alright, yeah, I got a slivers. No lands entered the battlefield because I don't have any.
That's cool.
Yeah. Getting thick out here.
The fighting is fierce.
That can block even though it's not transformed, correct?
I can pay to make it transform,
And then he can block with it.
and then I can block with it.
Okay, it's 0/0 on this side, or
It'll be a 3/3 because it has 3 counters on it. I pay 2 to transform it, and it takes the 3 and makes
becomes
it
a
a 3/3.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So right now it's just an artifact.
Right now it's nothing. Yeah.
Artifact you say is.
Yips, yips.
Oh boy. I don't think I'll be a menace other than I'll tap and try again.
Get rid of this.
Oh, chaos ensues.
Hey,
Rick roll.
So your slivers gain haste and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of slivers you control. So
So they
they're
get
both
+2,
2/2s
+2.
with haste.
Yeah.
Actually, no, yeah, they're +3, or they're 3/3s
Plus 2,
with
plus
haste.
2, so they're 3/3s.
Okay.
2 3/3s.
That
with
makes things
haste.
a little bit better
Yeah,
for you,
it
Ken.
does.
It does.
It does.
Well, I might as well move to combat now.
You might as well.
All right.
If you didn't already.
I appreciate Chris giving me these, so I'll tech.
Wow.
Well, you have the highest life total.
That's 6 at Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 at me.
Block with yours.
Slivers to block with.
Well,
He's really high in life.
well, I like
though.
my slivers, so
numbers
I'll just
aside.
I'll just take the 6.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh golly.
You like slivers more than life.
I love slivers more than life itself.
We know what deck he's buying when Commander.
All
I
right,
can't wait for that sliver EDH deck.
Yes.
Secret Lair.
second main. Oh, they really put one out in Commander Masters
Oh, okay.
and an Eldrazi deck. And pass.
On your end step.
Oh, whenever a player casts their first spell, which I did not cast any.
Right.
Well, you did,
you
but it wasn't
cast-
on the field.
That was your first spell.
Yeah, so it didn't see itself.
Yeah, it doesn't see itself.
So you
So-
can't cast your first spell.
On your end step, I'm going to pay 2.
Just checking.
Use Flash to cast this artifact, and I get a treasure token.
That
But it's
part
my
of it?
first artifact.
Did you attack with him?
I did not.
Why is he tapped?
Because he tapped it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
So I'm getting a treasure token for that being my first spell during your turn. I'll have to find that.
Just back to one of
No,
yours.
yeah.
It doesn't. I don't have a. Not on the back of this deck.
No, but you'll have the treasure tokens, Ken.
Yeah. So that's why I did that, so I can get that. And then I'll untap and go.
Oh,
And draw.
Oh no, Shimmer Mirror is less than Brimaz.
Excuse me. And I will play a
or
plains.
depends on how you.
Now, what I want is I'm going to pay all 6. I'm going to cast Blight Titan, so I'm going to get another treasure, because that's my first one of this turn. 2, I found it. Alright, Death Touch 6/6. And whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, I mill 2 cards. That's 1. 2, I milled a Darksteel Splicer and a Hedron Archive. And what's that?
You have slippers.
Oh, I got 2 of these?
Yeah, whenever you cast your first spell.
Alright. Then I incubate X, where X is the number of creature cards in my graveyard. So I get another incubate thing with a 1. There. And number of creature cards in my graveyard. Okay. So that's all that. Alright. I should probably try to roll once.
Boo. Not cool.
We're
Now
moving
Dan
away.
doesn't get any slivers.
Alright.
Sorry, Dan.
I wanted to convoke it.
Panopticon,
I know you
Mirrodin. Whenever I planeswalk to Panopticon, draw a card.
Hey.
Yays. At the beginning of my draw step, draw an additional card. Crap.
All right, I'll take that.
Whenever chaos ensues, draw a card. I already tapped all my mana. Well, I do get
Interesting.
I do get 2
Card
here.
drawing. That's really good for us people who have infinite hand sizes.
Yeah, it is.
Not cool, bro.
So that's got 1 on it. And that's got 3 on
Go
it.
for it, red.
Do I pay to flip-flop a flip-a-floppy?
Connect 8.
Whenever I cast a Phyrexian creature artifact spell, incubate X, where X is the mana. Oh, so I do get another one for when I cast this Phyrexian spell.
Oh boy.
That gets a 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to start getting some dice out here soon. I will. What do I even have? This is vigilant.
I think you should sacrifice some artifacts to make things.
I am. After I figure out what I'm attacking.
Damn.
How big is your thing over there?
Elite Scale Guard's a 2/3.
2/3, 2/3.
Doesn't
Dan's
sound
got
that
a
4 1/1s.
4 1/1s, and Ken's got a lot of stuff.
I just got a 2/2, 3/2, and a 2/3.
All right,
And these
so
taps still live over.
These came out. That came out. This came out. These are the only things that I've had. Really don't want to lose that. I think I will attack Ken with my commander for 3.
Don't any more commander damage. But I will take it.
Okay.
I'm really behind.
This
So-
game's going pretty fast.
So I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice these 2 treasures. So I take what? 2
2
damage?
damage. 1 damage per.
So I'll take 2. And I will go ahead and transform this one. And this will be a 6/6 Phyrexian creature.
Oh, is it an artifact still in addition to its types?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's all I did there. I'll update this in a second. I will go ahead and move to my end step. At the beginning of each end step, if a Phyrexian died under my control, I proliferate. I don't think these are considered Phyrexians. Nope, they're just incubators. So I didn't lose that.
It's a Phyrexian.
So I do not proliferate.
It's a token artifact creature Phyrexian.
Yeah,
On the other- on the other
leave the
side.
battlefield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it just says that.
I will update these with dice as I pass my turn to you, Dan.
Alright.
Turn to you.
Because these are counters, so I'm going to make
Untap.
sure that's...
Draw for turn. Draw for plane. Let's see.
Lucky.
I would like another plane. Let's see. You have 2 slivers, Vince.
Yeah, yeah.
Have I would like a deluxe dragster.
Whoa. Okay, that's
I
pretty
would
cool.
like.
I would like, yeah. All right. Well, I bought it for $5. It is a vehicle. Deluxe dragster can't be blocked except by vehicles. Whenever deluxe dragster deals combat damage to a player, I may cast target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Crew for 2.
Pretty.
So even though it just came out, it's an artifact. So I should be able to attack with it if I crew it. Yes.
No, when you turn it into a creature, it'll see that it has something.
Oh,
sickness.
bummer.
Dan, you get a treasure token from Ken's thing.
Yay.
Tree.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Will you have treasures? Probably not.
Probably not.
Ken is the sole disseminator of treasures.
Ew.
Distributor, maybe.
That's what I
Right.
said.
You called him a decimator. That's like the bottom number of a fraction.
Oh, that's why it's not a whole number.
All right.
Holy?
Let's see.
Like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. Sunday Swiss cheese.
What's Sunday Swiss cheese?
I don't even know.
Swiss cheese
I've
with-
lost this thread. Yeah, do
cheese
something.
with ice cream on it and bananas.
He's thinking.
I know.
Chris, can you block flying?
No, not right now.
Crack back.
Let's
Crack
see.
back.
Oh yeah, I know.
Also, all of his dinky things are unblockable.
Your
So
dinky doos.
All the dinky ones, yeah.
yeah, thanks to Tetsuko.
I'm just wondering.
Oh,
how
that's
mean I should
right.
be.
All your little ones are unblockable.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
That's poop.
me and Chris have nothing in our graveyard if you're attacked.
Well,
I can't attack with
attack
the
with that,
Traxxer
so
right now.
otherwise
Oh, yeah.
I would have.
Yeah, man. Lay off me. I don't even have any sorceries in
Yeah, you
since
do.
my graveyard. Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
Use it. Lose 2 life.
But I would have. I want
We'll draw those cards.
I know.
Draw those cards when we get to them.
All right. Move to combat. At the beginning of combat on my turn, populate.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Let's
The
see.
ads are popular.
Another elemental P.
Then, whenever a creature token enters the battlefield, put it in 1/1 counter. So he's now up to 8.
Oh, buckets.
Pretty big.
So now I will crack back for 8 at Chris.
Sure.
And that's all you're attacking with?
Yeah, but
Oh man, now I'm the highest.
now it's time for 1, 2, 3, 4,
He's
5,
He's convoking.
Okay.
6. Let's get Kasla.
Oh, nice.
Oh, buckets.
What's your blue source?
What'd she do again?
It can be any of these.
No.
Each
No.
creature you tap,
The
or
color.
1 mana of that creature's color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, of that creature's color.
Yeah,
Son
you'd
of a
have,
bitch.
yeah, you'd have to tap.
You could
Tetsuko.
sacrifice that treasure.
Oh, sure,
Wait.
yeah.
You could just tap Tetsuchuchu.
Yeah.
That's a choo-choo.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Tetsuko.
Tetsuchuchu.
They said that creature, I assumed that creature's the convoking creature, but yeah.
Is that changing convoke then a little bit?
No, it
Choosing-
always worked like that.
Oh, it did?
In that
Yeah.
case, I need to pay that one as well.
Shows you how much I used it.
And
There's another mechanic
Let's
that you
see.
could tap to add
1,
mana. That's not
2.
convoke. It's called something else.
oh wait, now I can get it off that.
That's not a trust
1,
thing.
2, 6. All right, we're good.
Got it?
Paid what I need.
We
to.
got there.
Whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to target Chris.
Yes.
Jeez.
4 times.
4 times?
Oh.
Yeah. Because there's 4 of
Oh,
them.
because he
Oh, wow. You could
Jeez.
have literally.
What did you do to him?
He gave me 8 commands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So,
I hit him really hard.
yeah, I didn't appreciate it.
Oh, nice, man.
All right.
He was swift.
Let's go. He also told me I couldn't attack you with my dragster.
Did you want to roll?
Sad.
Oh.
Me?
All right, fine. I'll roll.
Just asking.
It's a good idea.
Block anybody else from getting a card draw.
It's a good point.
Wow.
No card draw. Whenever a
card draw
player
for you.
taps, just double mana instead. There
Where
you
are we?
go.
What is it called?
Whenever a player taps, all right, this is the Fertile Lands of Solvinia.
Okay.
It's a plane of Antausia. And whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced. Chaos, reveal cards from the top of your planar deck until you reveal a plane card. Chaos ensues on that plane. Then you put all cards revealed this way on the bottom of your planar deck in any order.
Don't
I-
touch it.
So I think Chaos
double
is
mana.
gonna
I'm a little upset. I would have liked
So
that.
question, if since we only have 10 cards, we get to see them a second time maybe?
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if they went away forever.
In that case, since
yeah,
I
can you
have
do anything
a
else?
little
Yeah.
more, let's tap that for a Fractured Power Stone.
Oh, I get to roll some days.
He could roll a planar die.
Don't you
You know what?
dare.
Let's do that.
I swear if you planes walk away. Edit!
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good thing he did.
Here I go.
He didn't- I only got
When
to-
you planeswalk to Norn's Seed Core, Chaos ensues.
Oh, automatically.
All right, we are Norn's Seed Core. It's a plane of new Phyrexia. When Chaos ensues, reveal cards from the top of your planar deck until you reveal a plane card. Planeswalk to it, except don't planeswalk away from any plane. Put the rest of the revealed cards on the bottom of your planar deck in any order. What the hell does that mean?
It's a phenomenon without being a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this stays out, but we get another plane as well.
Okay.
And whatever chaos happens.
Strixhaven.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Rick rolls.
It is a plane of Arcavios. Instant and sorcery spells players cast have demonstrate. Whenever chaos ensues, return up to one target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard to its owner's
So an
hand.
instant sorcery spell, and then someone can copy it, and then we could do it again.
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I wish I had this back.
So I guess planes now stack until the end of the game because of Seed Core.
Well, no, only when you chaos.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Unfortunately, it
Chaos
won't really
gotcha.
do anything unless you chaos. So
Yeah,
it'll
so
be
chaos
chaos
adds another plane card.
Yeah.
And all the chaos happens.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
pretty nuts.
All right.
That's cool. All right.
And unless one of us roll ours, then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got
I think
anything else?
planes walk
Anybody
away.
rolls plane. No, I'm
Yeah.
out of mana finally.
Nope.
You got you got a treasure.
I did?
Oh yeah, because you cast the artifact.
Oh, that's a good point. But I'm not using it.
No.
Thanks.
You
though.
don't want to sacrifice it? Come on.
Well, I just.
Come on, man.
All right. Untap, draw for turn, and figure out what the heck's gonna happen next.
Heck.
All right. I'll play Bredegard's Stronghold as my land for turn. There's plays tapped. Adds a green, or I can pay green, white, white, tap and sack it to put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures I control, taking Vigilance and Lifelink until end of turn. Activate only as a
My
sorcery.
only problem with your deck is I don't see a theme.
One. Oh, I was like, wait, what? I was like, I'm like, answering that so fast.
Hey,
like,
it's
what?
It's better focused than back in the day when you used to get a commander deck and there were so many, like 2 extra alternate commanders, and the deck went 3 ways. This one's more like 1/1 counters all the way through.
Counters, yeah.
Versus old commander decks.
What to do? That does that. Whenever player casts their first spell each turn, make a treasure. Sure, I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah, do it.
Let's see. Sure. Let's tap this way. Alright, I'll cast Ichor Elixir.
Ah, another.
If I would roll 1 or more planar dice, instead roll that many planar dice +1 and ignore 1. It also is a convenient mana rock for 2 mana.
Yay.
It's planar specific cards.
Yeah.
So you got those. There's like Fractured Power Stone, that, and then there's the Will of the Planeswalker.
I have a treasure token.
Do you? Okay, because I was
Will-
half-fast looking.
Will of the Planeswalk is like new cards that have to do with triggering these or finding new ones and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a voting card, but that's like some of the new stuff in there. It's pretty cool.
Boating?
Yeah, it's called Will of the Planeswalker.
All right. I guess I should go to combat.
Have to.
I don't have to.
Skip the phase.
Yeah.
I think we were getting ready to pass your turn.
No, I'm debating on if I should do a certain thing or not.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, you should pass your turn.
Debate done.
Okay. So that's how we want to do it then.
Oh man, I'm about to get piled up with flying stuff.
Not necessarily.
Watch. I'm at 31. What do you expect he's gonna do to me?
Oh.
I have the highest life total.
I know.
Potentially kill Dan, actually.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
So
Wow.
I want to attack Dan with both of them, so I can tap both your flying creatures. Thanks
He's
to
got 2?
Elite Scale Guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yep. I'll double the counters on Bright Palm. bringing it to 14 power in the air,
Oh my god.
Tonight?
which is enough lethal commander damage on Dan.
Oh,
Unless
no.
he has something.
Does Dan has something?
That's flying.
He's telling you he
I
has
think.
something.
Wow.
Probably not.
Ugh,
That's flying.
we're in trouble, Ken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I see it.
Yeah.
Doodly-doo.
Nope, I'm dead.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's only
Sorry,
been
Dan, I had to
6
give you the right
turns.
call.
6 turns. We didn't really get to see what
Bummer.
these do.
We got to see a lot, though.
We just got to see a lot in 6 turns.
All right. Here's my thing, though. Now that Dan's knocked out, do we still use this planar die until we walk, or planar deck
Yeah,
until we
keep it
walk
going.
away?
I don't know that.
I don't know if that's
answer.
how we do it, but do we agree that that's what
I
we're
think-
gonna do?
I like that better, just so it's not as
How about you roll
messy.
a dice, and if you
Oh,
roll
I am
away,
gonna roll a dice.
then if
Yeah,
you
but
roll
they
away,
face
it
all
might
this
not.
answer.
It might not matter.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, house rule.
Oh wait, I get to roll one more die. So I guess I'll use Dan.
Oh, and you get to ignore one.
Yeah.
Which one are you ignoring?
Hmm.
You didn't answer.
We're house ruling it that way. When a person dies, their planes remain until they're rolled away from.
He's like, man, if they don't take it with me.
feels a little cleaner than just switching to a different plane, but alright. I'll pay one to roll again.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, I
this
get-
is about to be brutal.
Well, I do get to potentially ignore it. There we go.
But you're not.
I'm not. Alright, so what are the chaos thingies? So,
You
Demonstrate.
gotta move.
Uh,
Move the.
whenever chaos ensues, return up to one target instant sorcery card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. Vince,
Also-
I guess you get the thing. Yes,
Thank you.
and get to
Wheel of plane.
So now his stuff is a.
no, not yet.
Not yet.
yeah. Now
I'm
everything's
waiting for the.
Well, this one's gone, but this one stays, right?
No.
No, everything stays.
Everything
because of the
stays
chaos.
because of the Norn Seed Core.
Weird.
All right, so now we have, in addition to Strixhaven and Norn Seed Core,
Oh.
we have Karasha Foothills. Whenever a creature you control attacks a player for each other opponent, you may create a token that's a copy of that creature, tapped and attacking that opponent. Exile those tokens at the beginning of the next
Well, you
end
get a
step.
myriad.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna.
And then when Chaos
Please keep
ensues,
it there.
sack any number of creatures. If you do, Karasha Foothills deals that much damage to target creature.
Crush.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. Oh boy, I get to move up to 2 replication. Right.
Sorry, Dan. It
Draw.
was just too good to pass up.
Wait,
You're too juicy.
I don't think this game's gonna last.
is that
much
sliver
longer.
thing still a thing?
No.
Alright, so.
All the slivers are still alive, though, which is neat.
Yeah, that is kind of.
Alright, so I'm gonna pay 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to destroy target artifact or enchantment. I'm gonna root out.
Oh, that was bad.
I get to investigate. You lose a life from my pain distributor.
Because of an artifact. dying?
Whenever an artifact is destroyed.
I wish you didn't do that.
Now I have Jeez. And then I'll pay 1.
Well, it was myriad. It would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been either way.
Play 1. I will play Battleforge Axe.
Ooh.
Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforge Battle Axe, and I get a. Well, that was my first spell, so I'll still get a treasure for
Yeah.
that. So there's a treasure, and I'm on a land. Never gonna see my commander in this game. I'm about to die.
You got a lot of stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
5 creatures.
4.
That's a lot.
Or no, 5. Yeah, you're right. 5 creatures. I'm gonna have to hold my ground because.
You get planeswalk.
Can't block flying.
Oh, I'll
anyway.
try to planeswalk here. Let's go for it.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, there went all that.
There goes. Woof.
Damn it!
Isle of Vesuva.
I wanted that myriad so bad.
Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield its controller creates a token that's a copy of that creature. Son of a gun. Rickroll. Destroy target creature and all other creatures with the same name as that creature.
Oh.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh.
That leaves me. I'm just gonna hold that though.
So you're done?
Yep. This goes up to. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets +4/+4. 5, so he's
Keep pointing to the one you don't point to.
Anything
It's
else?
5. No, it's 5. Every time it's been 5.
sure.
Yes.
I thought you were pointing to something else.
No.
There
The
we
first time you counted, you didn't count that, and the second time you didn't count that, so I was just trying to tell you it's 5.
Anything else? There we go.
Alright, untap all my stuff.
5
and
creatures,
draw.
5 artifacts.
I will play
Means something.
a swamp for land per
10?
per turn. I will. So that demonstrate. Man, everything that I wanted is gone. So annoying. How big is Ken's biggest stuff? This thing is a 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just went through this.
Like it means something.
Alright, so when I do attack with this, I do get to do its thing, so that I don't have to be foist. And then, what is your biggest thing untapped?
Untapped, it's just the Elite Skill Guard as a 2/3.
Garfield,
B.
1, 2, 3, 2, 3.
BB Elite.
I think this needs to just happen. Whatever happens, happens. Right? Wrong? Left?
How much flying can you block?
Maybe.
None. I'm going to attack Ken with a 6/6 Death Touch, Chris with a 3/4 Vigilance, and 2 1/1s. But first, I have to do this. Whenever it enters battlefield or attacks, I mill 2 cards. 1, 2. And then I incubate X, the number of creature cards in my graveyard, which is 2 now. So I get another one of these incubate things with 2 on it. And then we will... Do I have any more? They ain't really doing enough of these, do they? Oh. Oh, yeah. Good call, Ken. So this gets a 2. And then now we'll be at the attacks.
Attacking me.
Yeah, so 6/6 Death Touch at you. We
Okay,
can
well,
start there.
I'll block with one of the slivers.
Okay. And then 2 1/1s at you and a 3/4 commander.
Alright, so I'll trade a sliver for a sliver, and then a sliver will block your commander,
Okay.
and Elite Scale Guard will block the other sliver.
Okay.
And no other.
So you just take 1?
Yeah, I'll take that sliver.
Oh, my bad.
Thank you.
Used to be. We were ripping them up, right?
No. So it didn't exactly go like I wanted, but I feel like a lot's going on. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pay...
That's all this Wii stuff.
We'll see. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to cast Phyrexian Rebirth, destroy all creatures.
Yeah, there it is.
Then create an XX colorless Phyrexian Horror artifact creature token where X is the number of creatures destroyed this way, so I need to know what all died.
4 here.
Well,
Unless you have a
Yeah.
I
counter
do have a
spell or
thing.
something.
I'll use this treasure for a green, cast Inspiring Call. Draw a card for each creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it, just 2.
So get
Those
that
creatures gain indestructible until end of turn.
Oh, lucky guy.
Shit.
Well, still 4 for me.
Yeah, so I only lose 1 here.
now. Alright.
Did Ken's artifact death dealing guy
One.
Yes, he's gone.
for a while now?
Is he seeing every
Just no.
artifact die before he dies?
Whenever an artifact, yeah, anything that's an artifact, it'll see it.
So I take a damage from this, and how many artifacts did you lose, Vince?
1.
Okay, so you take a
And
damage.
Chris sacrificed an artifact to cast that spell.
This is true. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
dealing.
And then I get a XX. So how many died? I lost 3, you lost 1, and you lost 4?
Yes.
So it's an 8/8.
Yep.
8/8 Phyrexian Horror.
Or. Oh, it's an artifact creature. It's good to know.
And I'll
For
put
no reason.
8. For what reason?
No, it's just.
Alright, so that happened. And then... That's 2, that's 3, that's 1. Ah, man, that really sucks because I got no effing flying. So I was trying to get rid of everybody's board, and now I feel like...
Especially Chris's one-shot commander.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know he had a trick up his sleeve. This first time he's playing this deck.
Yeah.
So that's,
It's Chris.
I
You
don't
didn't
want
have
to.
a trick up
I
his
don't
sleeve.
want to just automatically lose.
Can you see up these sleeves? Sure.
But I feel like this game is now lost.
Yeah.
I'd have laughed if you pulled up your sleeve and you had like an ace of spades there.
I'm gonna
Like,
pay
oh,
1, 2.
okay.
I'm gonna do Knight's Whisper and draw 2 and lose 2 more. Just why not?
Did you already play that, or?
I give it back to him.
Oh.
With the Strixhaven Chaos
Gotcha.
ensue.
No maximum
Rick
hand
roll.
size. Yeah. I guess that's it for me then. I will try to roll one time.
Roll for me one time.
Yeah. No damage can be dealt for a while.
Let's
That might be-
Exile everything.
Yeah, destroy all Chris's creatures.
They still have indestructible this turn.
Each creature card.
What is it?
Exile
Where-
each creature.
where are we at?
Yeah. Nah,
Are you serious?
No. Each creature card in my graveyard has Embalm, so that's everybody, obviously. Its Embalm cost is equal to its mana cost. It's a little late for that now. Exile a creature card from a graveyard and pay its Embalm cost, create a creature token. Except it's a white zombie in addition to its other types. With no mana cost. Embalm only is a sorcery. When chaos ensues, I may discard a card. If I do, draw a card.
Nakamura.
Yeah, I like that.
Almond Cat.
Yep, nope, that's it for me. Go ahead.
All right, I'll untap.
Well, at least I got to do the incubate thing once in this game.
Draw.
Hey, at least like
So I know what it does. I got to kind of...
everybody got to play their commander.
Yeah, yeah.
Except me.
Sorry, Ken.
Everybody got no maximum hand size except Ken. I
It
drew.
didn't actually help me,
I drew
if
bad.
it matters.
I just.
All it did was keep my land drops every turn.
All right, I'll play
He's
Kasla Wolf
about to
Run.
wipe me out here.
Probably not. Probably me.
Yeah.
Although you might have more potential to get flying than me, so...
I don't have any potential to.
Well, don't tell him that.
Well, I don't know.
No, I'm saying Ken don't tell him
Oh.
that. Ken's like, I can't get flying.
All right, I'll cast new card, 7 drop. Emergent Woodworm. It has backup 3, and I'll give that to Bright Palm because it's going to be pretty good.
Super dead.
Whenever this creature attacks, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is its power. You may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And
Could have did that, but I didn't have any mana.
speaking of orders, go to combat, and Bright Palm gets really big really fast. So that's 13 to 26.
26.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
So 30 at bits.
Yep. That's it.
Oh.
Are you
Double
scared,
that.
Ken?
Oh, I'm dead.
I'll look at the top.
Yeah, you got one turn.
Yeah, I'll look at the top 30 cards of my
Wait, why are you doing that?
because the backup, because I backed up a different creature, it gains this ability.
What? There goes my
Oh.
cards, so...
Yeah. So
Hey, the two
we'll
player
just
things are
assume
the last two
this
cards
is
in the deck.
30.
Alright, time to see if there's any flying in this deck at all.
All right,
Massacre Worm
and
is usually
we'll
badass,
just keep
but
it
not when it's the
simple.
fourth
We'll
card
just drop
above.
down Armorcraft Judge so I can
Hey,
draw
flying.
2 cards.
You're playing that?
Yeah.
Is it less than 30 mana cost?
I think it's less than 30 mana value, yes.
Armorcraft Judge.
Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna keep it simple. And on that note, I will pass to Ken.
Alright, let's take my last turn. Move this up to 3 because I'm definitely getting there.
Yeah.
Draw. I'll play a command tower because I finally got to land at the end of my life.
You can cast your commander.
You can remove his creature, and then you won't die next turn.
How?
Use a card that removes a creature.
If he had one.
I know. You want Disbark? I got that in my hand.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that was really good.
Just trying to see how many flying creatures are in this deck. So far, only one.
Probably at least a few.
There's 2. One of them was the other commander.
See, here is another card that planeswalks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you.
Path of the Ghost Hunter.
Which says Will of the Planeswalker. 3,
Steve of the
5.
Planeswalker.
So I will cast my commander. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna die. I'll. Yep. So Gimbal, Gremlin, Prodigy, and
4 point creatures.
scroll and nothing. I'll just sack this treasure because why not? And nothing. All right. Yep. It's time to die.
Alright, I'll untap. Draw. Then attack Ken for a creature. Total power ends up being 26 times 2, Dan. 52. So
Sounds right.
56 damage at Ken in the air.
Super dead.
It's like
Alright.
overkill.
This is
The fact that
That's
that
pretty
thing
big.
flies makes that a little
I just
A little bit good.
mismatched.
I was
Yeah.
trying to find. some
Normally they
removal,
match them up pretty even, but I guess unless there's a lot of removal,
and
a
I just-
flying
Well, yeah,
version of that is pretty BA.
If somebody got rid of the Falconer, this would have been a different game.
Yeah.
That's true too.
2 turns away from a Swords to Plowshares, and that may have cut off Chris. But
yeah,
it's
that
like
would've-
without
I had
that
an
in my hand-
incubate card
I
in
had
my
no,
hand
I
that
had
lets
no
me
removal.
exile, but I didn't have
So
the mana for it because I used it all to try to board wipe.
I was a turn away from reality shift. No, when I drew my hand real quickly, I had 2 lands in it. And it was like,
Yeah, I was wondering why you
I had
waited
a
so long to
feeling-
draw. Because I even looked at
was-
Chris.
yeah.
I was like, uh oh, what if he has to mulligan? We're already starting.
I was waiting for you to be like, we're gonna do a quick cut here where you mulliganed, and then we just played it right back, but you didn't.
So it is. GG's to Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Thanks, fellas. I played my commander and attacked.
Yeah.
and you got out the one card that makes your commander basically stupid powerful.
Oh yeah, that was good.
We got to see a lot of planes. That was cool.